Vishgraz, the Doomhive. Vishgraz represents a pinnacle of Phyrexian bioengineering, manifesting as a living generator of toxic mite swarms. His lore reflects the Phyrexian ideal of conquest through corruption, evolving in strength as his victims succumb to infection. As a commander, Vishgraz provides immediate battlefield presence through token generation, and a scaling threat that increases with each poison counter. His menace and toxic abilities allow him to apply pressure consistently, forcing opponents into unfavorable defensive positions. A Vishgraz Infect deck leverages efficient infect creatures and proliferate engines to accelerate poison accumulation. This approach enhances both Vishgraz's combat potential and the deck's overall inevitability, culminating in a swift and controlled path to victory. Combo ideas for Vishgraz decks. Combo number 1, Nim Deathmantle, plus Ashnod's Altar, plus Vishgraz, the Doomhive. Required conditions: 1. Nim Deathmantle is on your battlefield. 2. Ashnod's Altar is on your battlefield. 3. Vishgraz the Doomhive is on your battlefield. 4. Mana needed. 2 generic mana. Activating the combo. 1. Activate Ashnod's Altar by sacrificing Vishgraz. 2. When Vishgraz dies, Nim Deathmantle triggers, then choose to pay to return Vishgraz from your graveyard to the battlefield, and attach Nim Deathmantle to him. 3. When Vishgraz enters the battlefield, create 3/1/1 Phyrexian Mite creature tokens. 4. Activate Ashnod's Altar again by sacrificing a Phyrexian Mite. 5. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite colorless mana. 4. Infinite creature tokens. 5. Infinite sacrifice triggers. 6. Infinite death triggers. Combo number 2, Chatterfang, Squirrel General, plus Pitiless Plunderer. Required conditions: 1. Chatterfang Squirrel General is on your battlefield. 2. Pitiless Plunderer is on your battlefield. Then 3. You control an additional squirrel. 4. Mana needed. A black mana. Activating the combo. 1. Activate Chatterfang, then sacrifice another squirrel. 2. When the squirrel dies, Pitiless Plunderer triggers, then create a treasure token, plus a 1/1 squirrel creature token due to Chatterfang's replacement ability. 3. Resolve Chatterfang's activated ability, causing any target creature to get +1/-1 until end of turn. 4. Activate a treasure token by tapping and sacrificing it. 5. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite sacrifice triggers. 4. Infinite death triggers. 5. Reduce any creature's toughness to 0. Combo number 3, Food Chain, plus Eternal Scourge. Required conditions: 1. Food Chain is on your battlefield. 2. Eternal Scourge is on your battlefield. Activating the combo. 1. Activate Food Chain by exiling Eternal Scourge, adding for mana of any one color that can only be spent to cast creature spells. 2. Cast Eternal Scourge from exile. 3. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite Storm Count. 4. Infinite colored mana that can only be spent to cast creature spells. Combo number 4, Melira, Sylvok Outcast, plus Phyrexian Unlife. Required conditions: 1. Melira Sylvok Outcast is on your battlefield. 2. Phyrexian Unlife is on your battlefield. Activating the combo. 1. Phyrexian Unlife prevents you from losing the game due to having 0 or less life, and causes all damage that would be done to you while you have 0 or less life to be infect damage. 2. Melira prevents you from getting poison counters. Combo result: you cannot lose the game by having 0 or less life. Combo number 5, Hydra Omnivore, plus Tainted Strike. Required conditions: 1. Hydra Omnivore is on your battlefield. 2. Tainted Strike is in your hand. 3. An opponent cannot block nor remove Hydra Omnivore. 4. You have a way to increase Hydra Omnivore's power by 1 or more, or each opponent has at least 1 poison counter. 5. Mana needed. A black mana. Activating the combo. 1. Cast Tainted Strike, giving Hydra Omnivore +1/+0 and infect until end of turn. 2. Deal combat damage to an opponent using Hydra Omnivore, causing him to get at least 9 poison counters. 3. The attacked opponent loses the game as a state-based action due to having 10 or more poison counters. 4. Hydra Omnivore triggers, causing each other opponent to get at least 9 poison counters. 5. Each remaining opponent loses the game as a state-based action due to having 10 or more poison counters. Combo result. Each opponent loses the game.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer spells that are commonly found in Vishgraz decks. Infectious Inquiry. Poison Clock Advancement. Infectious Inquiry gives each opponent a poison counter, directly contributing to the deck's central win condition by steadily increasing poison totals across all opponents. Card Draw Efficiency. Drawing 2 cards helps you dig for additional infect creatures, proliferate effects, or removal, which are essential to maintaining pressure and consistency in an infect-themed strategy. Low life cost for high value. The life loss of 2 is minimal in comparison to the aggressive poison plan, making the trade-off favorable when the priority is distributing poison counters rather than preserving life. Vraska's Fall. Forced Sacrifice Disruption. The spell compels each opponent to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, clearing key blockers and enabling safer combat for your infect creatures and mites. Poison Clock Advancement. Each opponent receives a poison counter, contributing immediately to the deck's primary win condition and enhancing Vishgraz's scaling power. Instant Speed Flexibility. Being an instant allows for reactive play, letting you disrupt opponents' plans while simultaneously progressing your poison strategy at optimal moments. Phyrexian's Outbreak. Poison Clock Advancement. The spell gives each opponent a poison counter, accelerating your infect win condition by advancing the poison clock for all players. Board Suppression. It weakens or kills many of your opponent's creatures by applying -1/-1 counters based on how many poison counters they have, helping clear blockers for your infect creatures. Combat Advantage. By significantly weakening opposing boards, the spell creates openings for your infect creatures and mites to attack more safely, allowing poison counters to accumulate more efficiently. Contaminant Grafter. Poison Counter Spread. With Toxic 1, Contaminant Grafter gives a poison counter whenever it deals combat damage to a player, directly feeding into the overall poison counter strategy of the deck. Proliferation Trigger. Its proliferate ability triggers when any of your creatures deal combat damage, allowing you to increase poison counters on all players, enhancing the impact of Vishgraz's poison-based growth. Late Game Value. If an opponent has 3 or more poison counters by your end step, you draw a card and may play a land. This helps replenish resources and develop your board, especially in the mid to late game as poison accumulates. Necrogen Rot Priest. Strong poison output. With its own Toxic 2, Necrogen Rot Priest applies to poison counters when it deals combat damage, accelerating your poison-based win condition significantly. Amplified Poison Synergy. Its triggered ability gives an additional poison counter whenever any of your toxic creatures deal combat damage, compounding the poison spread from your mites under Vishgraz. Death Touch Utility. By activating its ability, you can grant Death Touch to another toxic creature, making it easier for your infect or toxic attackers to survive and deal damage, thereby increasing the opportunities to apply more poison. Norn's Decree. Automatic Poison Progression. The enchantment ensures that any opponent who damages you in combat receives a poison counter, allowing your poison strategy to advance passively without requiring additional attacks. Deterrent against attacks. By giving poison counters to opponents when they deal combat damage, Norn's Decree discourages aggressive plays, subtly controlling the pace of combat while reinforcing your infect strategy. Sustained card advantage. Whenever a player attacks and a poisoned opponent is involved, the attacking player draws a card, providing consistent card advantage that helps maintain your deck's momentum while leveraging poison board states. Squirrel's Hive. Consistent token generation. At the beginning of your upkeep, Squirrel's Hive produces a 1/1 Toxic Might, which adds steady poison pressure and board presence over time. Poison accumulation. The toxic 1 on each might directly contributes to advancing your opponent's poison counters, accelerating your infect-based win strategy. Life gain when corrupted. Once an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, all your toxic creatures gain lifelink. This allows your infect or toxic attackers to gain life when dealing damage, helping you stabilize while maintaining poison pressure. Squirrel, Defector Might. Poison application. Squirrel itself has toxic 1, so when it deals combat damage, it adds a poison counter to an opponent, contributing directly to your poison counter win condition. Buffing toxic threats. Its activated ability gives another creature you control toxic 1, which helps more of your infect or toxic creatures threaten poison counters and pressure opponents. Protection plus evasion. The same activation grants hexproof from a chosen color and makes that creature unblockable by creatures of that color, improving the safety and effectiveness of your key infect attackers. Exhale, Scion of Atraxa. High poison output. With Toxic 2, Exhale applies to poison counters when she deals combat damage to a player, helping to rapidly advance your poison-based win condition. Card advantage. Her corrupted ability lets you exile cards from opponents' libraries once they have 3 or more poison counters, giving you access to additional resources. Flexible resource utilization. Exhale allows you to cast exiled cards using mana of any color, providing versatile options to maintain board presence and leverage opponents' resources while progressing your poison strategy. White Sun's Twilight. Token plus poison. This spell creates X toxic mites, contributing both to board presence and poison counter accumulation, which aligns perfectly with Vishgraz's token-driven infect strategy. Life gain buffer. The life gain helps offset aggressive plays from opponents, allowing you to stabilize while building up a toxic swarm. Board reset potential. If you pay 5 or more for X, you can destroy all other creatures, clearing away blockers or opposing threats and leaving your toxic mites unscathed, setting the stage for a strong next turn under Vishgraz's influence. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.